What if the map of the world we know today is just the last page of a much longer story? What if entire continents, ancient forests, and thriving lands once existed, but today lie hidden under miles of ocean water? Thanks to modern geology, underwater exploration, and satellite technology, scientists are beginning to uncover a lost Earth. In this video, we'll visit sunken continents and ancient lands that are changing our understanding of our planet's history. Imagine a world in which continents are born and disappear, and vast landmasses full of life and secrets slowly sink beneath the merciless waters of the oceans. From the depths of time, the Earth holds memories of lands that were once covered with green forests, high mountains, and deep water rivers, but today lie under kilometers of salt water, forgotten by the surface. This is not fantasy. This is the geological history of our planet. The map of the Earth has never been static. Continents constantly collide, break apart, and sink into the mantle, following the rhythm of geological time over millions of years. But behind these scientific facts, there are stories that ignite the imagination. Stories of vanished civilizations, sunken cities, and lands whose names today sound like a distant memory. Atlantis, Lemuria, Hyperborea. Some of these lands actually existed, and this is confirmed by seismic surveys, seabed samples, and satellite data. Others are born of human imagination, but they all have one thing in common: humanity's quest to discover lost worlds and understand its own past. As the oceans continue to change the face of the Earth, these stories remind us of how dynamic and fragile our planet is. In the distant waters of the Pacific Ocean, around the islands of New Zealand, lies one of the most impressive geological mysteries of our time: Zealandia, the 8th continent on Earth. Officially recognized by geologists, this vast underwater continent spans nearly 5 million square kilometers, an area comparable to about half the size of Australia, or 6 times the size of Madagascar. Zealandia is not just an ocean plateau. It possesses all the essential characteristics of a true continent: continental crust, diverse geology with volcanoes and sedimentary basins, and unique flora and fauna. About 100 million years ago, Zealandia separated from Antarctica and later from Australia. Why is almost the entire continent underwater? According to scientists, the reason is the gradual thinning of the continental crust, combined with tectonic movements that lead to its slow sinking. Today, about 93% of Zealandia is under the ocean. Above the surface, only the islands of New Zealand, New Caledonia, and a few other mountain peaks remain. Underwater maps reveal ancient volcanic fields, sedimentary basins, and fossils of ancient forests. Millions of years ago, this continent was covered in lush vegetation. It was home to a diverse fauna, including giant birds and reptiles, whose descendants are now found only in New Zealand. Today, Zealandia continues to reveal new information about the evolution of life on Earth. Beneath the shallow waters of the South China Sea and around the archipelagos of Indonesia lie the remains of Sundaland. Sundaland is a vast tropical landmass that once connected mainland Asia to the region's islands. During the last ice age, it covered an area comparable to Europe. This land was a world of tropical forests, great rivers, and extraordinarily rich biodiversity, where the ancestors of many of the modern peoples of Southeast Asia lived. About 12,000 years ago, the melting of glaciers led to a sharp rise in sea levels. Vast areas were flooded, and the land turned into the thousands of islands we know today. Some scholars suggest that it was these events that inspired the ancient legends of the Great Flood, prevalent in various Asian cultures. In the heart of the North Sea, between England and Europe, once lay Doggerland, often called the European Atlantis. This vast plain connected Great Britain to the continent. It was once home to rivers, lakes, and forests inhabited by mammoths, rhinoceroses, and early humans. About 8,000 years ago, a massive tsunami completely submerged Doggerland. Even today, fishermen retrieve mammoth bones, stone tools, and human remains from the seabed. Doggerland was an important bridge, the loss of which changed the history of the region forever. Between Siberia and Alaska, in the cold waters of the Bering Strait, there once existed another huge land bridge, Beringia. When sea level was hundreds of meters lower, this landmass connected Asia and North America as an endless tundra inhabited by mammoths and the first humans. As the climate warmed, the sea gradually swallowed up this natural bridge. Without Beringia, the settlement of the Americas would probably never have happened in the way we know it. Genetic studies show that the first people in the Americas lived in Beringia for thousands of years. Even today, remains of ancient megafauna are being discovered under the seabed. In 2013, scientists discovered ancient zircons beneath volcanic rocks on the island of Mauritius. These minerals are remnants of ancient continental crust. This identified the microcontinent Mauritia, which sank about 85 million years ago. Mauritia was part of the supercontinent Rodinia. It once covered an area roughly a quarter of Madagascar, with volcanoes and dense forests. Today, its remains lie hidden under thick layers of lava. Deep in the southern Indian Ocean lies the Kerguelen Plateau, a colossal underwater mass larger than Western Europe. It was once a continental island. But about 20 million years ago, it gradually sank due to volcanic activity. Today, only the Kerguelen Islands rise above the surface, shrouded in fog and ice. East of Madagascar lies Adulia, often associated with the legends of Lemuria, but representing a real underwater structure of volcanic origin. The most famous lost land is Atlantis, described by Plato as a mighty civilization that disappeared in a single day. Science seeks explanations in the eruption of the Thera volcano on Santorini. Although there is no evidence of Atlantis as a real continent, it remains a symbol. It is possible that the Minoan civilization inspired this timeless myth. In the 19th century, Philip Sclater proposed Lemuria to explain the Lemurians. Later, Helena Blavatsky described it as the home of a vanished spiritual civilization. James Churchward, who took this concept to the Pacific Ocean, although his ideas lack scientific support, remain part of humanity's cultural mythology. The ancient Greeks believed in Hyperborea, a land of light and happiness far to the north. Perhaps the myth was inspired by memories of warmer climates in the Arctic. In the 4th century BC, Pythagoras spoke of Thule, the end of the known world. The Romans and Vikings made Thule a symbol of the boundary between the known and the unknown. South Indian legends speak of Kumari Kandam, the ancestral home of Tamil civilization, lost after catastrophic floods in the Indian Ocean. From the ashes of lost lands, our own history is born. Continents are not simply gone. They exist in the geological memory of the planet. The Earth remembers every volcanic eruption and every plate shift. No continent is eternal. The history of the Earth never stops. Perhaps in millions of years, other intelligent beings will discover the remains of our cities beneath the future seas. Then, precisely, we will be their lost world, because Earth does not forget. Thank you for staying with me until the very end of this journey. If you found the video interesting, write in the comments which of these ancient lands impressed you the most. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and press the bell. Thank you for your trust. Until the next story.